All right, everybody from Vintage Iron Range Dirt Track Racing. I am here with Jerry Koski of Hibbing. Jerry spent his life around and in the racing on the local scene. Jerry, your dad used to race,
Right,
and his name was George,
right,
and they called him Big George Koski,
right.
for obvious reasons, I'm assuming. What number was he?
21.
21. And when did he start racing? Do you
It
remember?
was either 1951 or 52. That was the first time they started the racetrack in Hibbing.
And he was one of the pioneers then here at the local track.
Right.
Okay. What type of car do you remember him racing?
Well, they were just, most of them were like 37 Fords, 37, 38, 39.
A lot of flathead engines then?
Yeah, they were all them, and then there were a few of them had Chevrolet motors, which was a 6-cylinder. And then there was, I think, only one or two, and they had Dodges with the 6-cylinder motor.
But the Ford flatheads are probably the most popular back
Right,
at that
yeah.
time. Okay.
And the Dodges would work a little bit better when the track was real wet.
Okay.
It seemed they had, I don't know, they had like
Something about them.
they went better when it was muddy.
Okay.
And it wasn't, the track never got dry hardly like it does nowadays.
Yeah. How many years total did your dad race for?
He raced for, I would say about 10 years.
Okay. What classes did he race? Do you
They
remember?
only had one class back then, and it was just, I think they were just called stock cars.
Really? Okay. Okay. Now, he was inducted into the Hibbing Raceway Hall of Fame,
Right.
and that was what year was that? Was that
Well, that was
2000?
just last summer.
2017?
Right.
Okay, and you accepted his award on his
Right.
behalf. Okay. Do you remember what were some of your dad's biggest accomplishments
Well,
at
he
racing?
was a track champion, I'm not sure, 2 or 3 times. And I think, and in Grand Rapids, I think he was champion there maybe a couple of years.
So he was a pretty good runner in his
Yeah,
day.
yeah, he was
Okay.
probably in the top 5.
Okay, and you helped him as a pitman?
Yeah, I was the only one, I was the only pitman we had.
And how old were you at the time?
I started when I was 11.
Huh. Interesting. 11 years old, down in the pits, turning wrenches.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you remember most about your dad and his racing?
Well, they all raced, and they raced for just more for fun because there was no money to be made. Mm-hmm. But you could run a car pretty cheap, and after the races, we always went to the bar and had a fun time.
I bet. All right. Well, this concludes part 1 of a 2-part interview with Hibbing's Jerry Koski.